Hi Leos, welcome to your June 2018 monthly readings. I'm at a different location. I'm down by the beach. I went yesterday. I want to go today, but I might not be able to go due to self-love. Self-love is also holding yourself accountable for things where I got to get these videos done. So I ended up renting a hotel to get a bunch of stuff done and just have some time alone, because we all need that. But I have to, discipline is needed in order for me to get this done as much as I want to go to the beach. But hopefully everybody's had a fabulous May. So we're going to do these similar to the way I did them last month. I've already shuffled all the decks, meditated on them. Because I'm using multiple decks, it takes time for the cards to fall out. Those of you that have watched me for a while know I wait until the energies get interrupted. So we're going to start with the affirmation cards. They're things you may want to say to yourself in the morning to remind yourself of in the mirror every day, or at least a couple of times out of the week. Okay, so the first card we got is I am solar plexus. Okay, I was going to say something, but we'll get into it later. We got I am nurturing. I am aligned. I love this card, you guys. This is like all your chakras being aligned, okay? This is what you need to grow, though, all right? We'll get into that. You have the Three of Cups. You have the Knight of Wands. This is a fast-moving card. It's a Sag energy, okay? The card represents Sagittarius, but could also be a Leo or an Aries. Okay, but for all of you guys, doesn't matter your age, it's asking you to, if you're older, okay, you're going to get this energy from the universe, which means they're going to give you, if you're older, it'll be a younger energy that you have to knock yourself down to, okay? And we all have to do this at some point, okay? Because I went through this with Aries, the kings, queens, emperors, okay? When you get that energy, that's necessary at times, but it's necessary to knock yourself down in order to get things done, because the more king, queen, emperor vibration, it can be a stubborn energy of where there's no change happening. Okay, so you're going to be getting some sort of change, and you're going to have to this is all sheer willpower is what it is. Okay, this is also what I'm getting with this card. Okay, a lot of people see Sagittarius. Okay, they're known obviously as the commitment phobes, which could be true. Okay, but again, I got strong Aquarius, so my interpretation of things can be a bit different than others, can be similar to some. I don't know what's out there. But with Sagittarius, okay, a lot of people see them as the commitment phobes, all right? Sagittarius, okay, will make short-term sacrifices for long-term gain, okay? So with a Sag being a commitment phobe, people see them as commitment phobes. They're not commitment phobes. They just make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. They're well aware that when they're young, because they're not the types to be tied down, and that's not always true, you guys, okay? Because everybody sees this card and they're like, ooh, it's the player, all right? That's not always true, okay? I'm Sag. Mind you, it depends on the houses that it sits into, okay? Because I got like a full house in Cancer, all right? My Sag sun sits in Cancer, and I got 4 other planets that sit in Cancer. So I'm very homey and emotional, and I'm not as adventurous, I guess you could say, as like a regular Sag who probably has it in a fire house or an air house, right? They would be like worldwide travelers, okay? I do like short distance traveling, like staying at hotels and stuff like that. I've never really done long-term traveling, but I've been in long-term relationships, okay? Like I know quite a few fire signs. My sister's a fire sign. She's long-term. She's been in a long-term relationship. She's quite young, okay? So don't take everything with a grain of salt. Just because, some of you might be interested in a fire sign, it doesn't mean that they're a player, okay? When this card comes up, I'd like to break the stereotypes of cards here. Okay, but Sagittarius will make short-term sacrifices. So in relationships, they will sacrifice a commitment when they're like 20, 18, okay, even 25, because they know those things aren't going to be long-term. They know they still have maturity. they still have to mature a little bit. They know they still have to learn and experience things, and they generally speaking will settle down when they're older. Okay, after they've gotten everything out of their system, right? They're not stupid. Okay, there's something here where you have to make a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain, is what I'm specifically getting. Okay, like you have the Ten of Pentacles here. The last deck I have to shuffle on camera because I didn't do that, or I shuffled it and meditated, but I just didn't pull the cards out. With the I am solar plexus, okay, Leos, it's important that you trust your gut feeling, all right? Oh, man, you know what? This came up for Aries, too. It's so weird. You have the Three of Cups, okay? And then the Three of Cups came on top of it. Aries had the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles came out on top of it. It's so weird. So there's like, I don't know, this month it seems to be stressing quite a bit. There's a judgment call. I just got that. A judgment call that this is not, like, the universe is asking you to make this, and it's you that's going to do it. And it's sheer willpower is what I'm getting that you need to exert. The Three of Cups, okay, it can be celebrations, but what I'm getting is like an overindulgence. Okay, with the solar plexus, okay, this is what you need to know. Okay, the solar plexus is associated with the gut. Okay, so again, trust your gut feeling, but it also has to do with nerves in the, like, underneath the sternum and connected the fiber in the nerves into the stomach. Okay, so there could be some weight issues, but there could also be some nerve issues or possibly stomach issues. Okay, so when you're emotionally off balance or you're stressed out, you may suffer from like acid reflux or some sort of gut issue. Okay, you're gonna have to take control over that situation. I am getting like this is what you need to know. I am solar plexus, and then you have the Three of Cups twice. Okay, so with this Three of Cups, the vibration I get from that is like, okay, you see they each have a star on them. If you're a Leo man, you could have like a lot of options. Even if you're a woman, okay, you could have a lot of different options. All right, but this is also talking about for you Leos out there. You have like these three people. They're all, you see the stars. They all have a star on them. They're like united through the universe somehow. There's some sort of connection. So you have some sort of strong connection with, it could be two other people. It could be your own tribe, like your family tribe. Okay. But these could be friends too. So it's like, they could be your soulmates. And when I say soulmates, okay, that doesn't mean romantic. Soulmates come in all forms. Okay. I stress this a lot. Just like when I talk about relationships, I always state that relationships come in all forms. As well as soulmates do. Okay, they can be your parents, they can be your children, they can be grandparents, extended family members, coworkers, acquaintances, friends, animals even. Okay, and I seen a skunk. I brought that up last month. I seen a skunk in the reading, and it's so weird because I haven't seen a skunk since I've lived out here, and it's been 10 years. And I was going after work to the bus stop. It was like after midnight, and the skunk was right there. I probably looked like an idiot because I was like, it's a skunk, so it'll spray you. And once I noticed what it was, I was like running down the street like a mad woman because I didn't want to get sprayed. And I did look up the meaning of it. Nerves will repair themselves. So if you're having nerve damage, you just want to kind of wake them up. It can be painful. Okay. I wouldn't worry about it though. If you're getting nerve, okay, you could have either nerve damage, a pinched nerve or something like that could happen. You want to be careful. Okay, because there's overindulgence here. With this Three of Cups, I'm getting specifically an overindulgence. So this is like too much drinking, too much eating. Okay, with the I am nurturing and the solar plexus, I'm getting like foods. It is foods. It's green. You see that? It's health. You want to be health conscious. healthy. Okay, and again, I'm getting with the solar plexus, what you need to know is the solar plexus, like I said, it has to do with the gut. It has to do with also nerve damage, or nerves, not necessarily damage, okay? But in your fibers, like the fibers, the tendons that are connected in your body. But what you need to know, okay, it's want, will, and action is what I'm getting. Okay, so what you want when you want something, that energy transmutes and transforms into will. Okay, and when you have the willpower for something, and you have enough willpower, which becomes determination. You know, you put that in there with will, that will turn into action. Okay, so it's like, okay, for an example, okay, with the I am nurturing, I am aligned in the solar plexus. I'm specifically getting health issues here, you guys. Okay, so it could be weight. So it's like part of you wants to be healthy, or as healthy as humanly possible, and you got to say no to foods, right, that are processed, overloaded with saturated fats. Because this specific Three of Cups, this one, it's like it's almost like the Nine of Cups, gluttony, you know, like overindulgence is what I'm getting. Okay, so it's like foods with salt and sugar. You want to get that out of your system, but the other part of you wants fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy. Okay, so you end up eating that. Okay, and then you're going to be getting hard on yourself. I'm seeing like you're hard on yourself. Okay, nothing's going to change unless you apply it. Like the universe is giving you the energy of determination and will. With Sag here, there's willpower. Okay, the short-term sacrifice for long-term gain, and you're gonna have to be patient with yourself. That's what it's saying. Okay, if you have, like, I'm getting nerve damage here, like it's possible you've had like knee surgery or shoulder surgery or some sort of surgery where the nerves were damaged, and you're going to be becoming more active because some of you want to get healthy, right? So you're going to be going through aches and pains is what I'm getting. Those nerves could be awakening, or muscles and tendons. They might be really painful, but it's like, okay, I don't want to say without pain there's no glory, because glory means that you're looking for something that's superficial. Okay, glory is like fame and fortune. All right, like I do like that saying, but I mean, like, you're not looking for fame and fortune. You're looking for personal growth, not growth outside of you. Like, you're not looking for validation from others. All right, you're doing it because you want to do it. It's sheer willpower. It's what you want. It's what you need. Okay, so you got to take action on it. All right, like you got to be determined and do it yourself. You're going to come into, like, once you make those decisions, you're going to come into some people that are going to be on your path, that are meant there to guide you and help you in some manner. Okay, so what you need to know is your solar plexus is extremely important. Trust your gut feeling. And it's all with the solar plexus. What I got was it's want, will, and action. Like, that's what I'm getting. Okay, and that's very much the Knight of Wands. It's want, will, and action. Okay, this is a guy who goes out and gets it. All right. There's some importance too here with the moon, and that's okay. Well, there was the moon in Sagittarius, right? Today's the 28th, so the 29th. Okay, could really bring some expansion to you. Okay, the Leo Sag energy, like, works really well together. Okay, my sister's a Leo. I got a Leo moon. I kind of think when I'm with my sister, my Leo moon leaves, and she's got strong Gemini in her chart, so, which is pretty cool. So, like, with her, our partner signs come out more, so we can clash a little bit, but we can also, that's there for a reason. When you clash, it's like we're learning from each other, right? She has strengths that I don't have, and I have strengths that she doesn't have, right? And we grow from each other. What you need to show with I am nurturing, this is more of a grounded, everyday energy. Okay, so it's small changes. Aries had this in their reading too with in a different manner though. Okay, the Knight of Wands is action oriented, which is physical. Okay, because they take movement. They don't sit by the wayside. Okay, they're out and about. You can see he's getting things done. With I am nurturing, it's like this is definitely saying that you have to have the willpower to do it yourself. I am nurturing, for some of you, it could be a child. You have to nurture your child back to health. It could be very action oriented. So there's some sort of, they could get an injury in soccer or some sort of sport. You may have to nurture them. Or some of you may be concerned about your child. Like if they're too busy and they're not getting enough rest, they could end up getting sick, or you yourself can. Okay, again, it could be referring to, like I said, with the solar plexus, your gut getting off balance. Okay, because when your solar plexus is operating from its positive aspect, when it's clear, it's open. That's when sheer, like you've passed the willpower point and action is being taken. So the energies are going to be given to you. It's what you do with it or not. And there's fast movement here. Okay. I'm nurturing could be like there could be a friend of yours that's quite nurturing towards you, or you're quite nurturing towards a friend. But it's also talking about gardening, healthy eating, making healthy decisions and choices. You got the Knight of Wands. You guys just seen that, right? It flipped out on top of the Knight of Wands. It's a weird reading. I've never had a reading like that done before. So it is stressing, it might be a short reading, you guys. It is stressing that action needs to be taken. You got to go out there and get it done yourself. And then 2 cards just fell out. You got the 4 of Pentacles underneath, which means that you could be dissatisfied in some area. I see the white hair here. To me, the white hair always represents like wisdom. Okay, so it's like you already know what has to be done. The 4 of Pentacles is the situation you're dissatisfied in. You already know what has to be done. Okay, like I'm not going to tell you anything in this reading that you don't already know. It's saying that you have to take the actions on it. Like you can't be pointing your finger or anything at anybody. You gotta take accountability. All right, and there's a stress here about health. Like you gotta get healthier. And you know what? I'll give you an example. You guys, I thought I was pretty healthy. And I went to the beach yesterday, and there's these steps that you got to go down to get to the beach. I don't know how many steps there are. There was a lot though, like a lot. And everybody coming up was panting, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty. Going down is pretty easy." When I was coming back up, I had to stop like 6 times, you guys. I'm not even lying. And when I say stop, I had to stop like for a couple of minutes to catch my breath. Like it really woke me up and showed me that, for me personally, I gotta get healthy, man. That was pretty sad, where I felt, that knocked me down quite a few pegs. So like, that's an example for myself, I'm trying to use myself as an example. Okay. Like we all have, can improve in some area. Oh, actually you had 3 cards that came out. Okay, so you have the Hermit, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. You can see that. So what you need to show is that, okay, you're not afraid to take chances. Your willpower needs to come through. It's what the universe is asking you to show. So it's like you got to be dedicated. You got to have self-discipline. And I spoke about discipline in the beginning. Discipline is self-love. Okay, like, yes, I want to go out and I want to be at the beach and be tanning right now, as well as paddleboarding. But, like, part of self-love is showing yourself discipline. Nobody's going to hold you accountable except you, right? So disciplining yourself, holding yourself accountable, it is part of self-love, okay? Gardening can be really important for you guys. And also for those of you that have children, you have 2 children here that, I'm not going to lie, there could be some arguments in the family, and it's, they're pent up is what I'm getting. Like, you got to take them out and you got to get that energy built up in them, and you got to exert them. Like, you got to exhaust them is what I'm getting. So you could do things with your children. That means like going to if you have a local park, going and playing soccer there, tennis, if they have a tennis court, some sort of Because with the Sag energy, it's new. They'll try anything once, all right? Because you don't know what you like until you try it. Okay, so everything in moderation I'm getting too. So if you want to go on a diet, okay, if you're going to go on a diet, you can't just make like a whole sudden change. It's going to be hard for you to apply that on an everyday basis. That's not practical. What's practical is making small baby steps, one thing at a time, one change at a time. So you want to take things as in 24 hours. One thing you can do in 24 hours that gets you one step closer to your goal. Okay? If you have goals, your emotions could be the issue for your solar plexus. Like you're not, for some of you, you might not be in tune with it if you're emotionally off balance. Okay, others of you, this is going to be a month where you're going to be going to parties, you're going to be going out, you're going to be celebrating. It's showing that you're going to be active. Okay, so if you get invited out to go do things, it's talking about going to do them, even if you don't feel like going out and doing them. There's an adventure even here. I'm seeing blue and orange, which could be like fire, and the blue could be either air or water. So there could be a clash here of you may not be aligned with somebody. Your passions and desires may not be aligned with somebody else because they're coming from an emotional standpoint. So it's asking you to perceive things differently and try to put yourself in the other person's shoes before you take action and respond. Okay, so what you need to grow is you got I am aligned. So like your solar plexus, okay, is your third chakra. So it would be like right there. Okay, so it's asking you to become aligned. How you're going to do that is your solar plexus. Okay, so again, that's your abdominal area. So you may be carrying a lot of weight in your abdominal area. Okay, and because I got fire and water, that's interesting. Water signs tend to from holding in emotions. Okay, when they hold in emotions, they tend to gain weight in their abdominal area. It tends to retain water. And that's due to holding in emotions. Okay, so it's like the way you emotionally express yourself can either come out too passionately, you're a Leo, or it's like an overindulgent, like rawr way. So you need to balance that out. So it's like you need to learn how to communicate properly. So that means like giving yourself a couple of minutes before you respond to a situation if you know you're going to get emotionally off balance. Okay, it also means putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Okay, it's also talking about not being concerned. Okay, what's good for you is good for others. You got to keep that in mind. What you need to grow is I'm aligned. Again, we talked about the solar plexus, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is your family. Okay, that's also your foundation. Okay, so you could be really concerned about the future. And what the cards are asking you now is that, okay, in order to secure your future or a healthy future, is you got to make short-term sacrifices for that long-term gain. Okay, so if you want a family, well then you got to be healthy. Like if maybe you're having trouble getting pregnant, okay, well, okay, in that case, all right, if you're having trouble getting pregnant, it could be a multitude of reasons, but two reasons that are coming through here is one, you could be too physical, which means like you're too healthy. So this means you could be a woman, you could have like a six-pack or something like that. Good on you if you do. But you could be like really healthy, and if you're I don't want to say that's not normal for women to do that, okay? Because I don't want to discourage anybody, and I'm very much against equal rights, all right? Anything a man can do, a woman can do, right? And women shouldn't be stereotyped. But it's natural if you go, I was going to say human behavior, but like if you go to the way a woman is, in like, I want to use the proper word here, it's not coming to me, but men are built to exert energy. Females are built to not withhold their energy, but like because they're meant to be like nurturers and mothers. Okay, they have to they don't exert their energy in the same physical manner that a man does, because they have to I can't get the word. What like they have to hold that energy in. They got to maintain their energy in order to nurture a child. Okay, so but it's I didn't say that right. The thing is, if a woman is really physically fit, she's exerting so much energy that it will cause problems for her to get pregnant. Okay, you need to be in a relaxed state. Your body can't be pushed to the limits. Okay, like it's got to be in its natural state in order for you to get pregnant. If you're overweight, well, that can also cause issues for getting pregnant. So if you're concerned that you can't get pregnant and you may be a little bit overweight, you know, like polycystic ovaries, I believe they call that. If you lose weight, that can fix the situation. It's just too much pressures on the ovaries is what's happening. Okay, so there's solutions. Like, don't panic, right? And with the Hermit card, it's like it's going to take time. Okay, you got to reflect inwardly. What matters to you? And I am seeing a child here. You got the Page of Pentacles. So again, some of you could nurture a child back, but you also have like with the Knight of Swords. Okay, this Knight of Swords. It's communication again. All right, I am nurturing with your chakras being aligned. I'm aligned. The Ten of Pentacles. This is also talking about caring for other people in a practical, everyday, today manner. So it's like if your husband works a lot or your wife works a lot, okay, long hours, it's making her dinner when she comes home. Okay, it's like, or him. Okay, it's the small things that really count. Okay, so if you know that your husband or wife has been really tired and been doing extremely long hours or whatever, instead of asking them to go grocery shopping with you, doing it on your own, you know, giving them some personal time to rest. Okay, like it's the simple things that count, little small practical everyday today gestures with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, it is talking about working on your communication. We go through this a lot, Leos. But also with the Knight of Swords, he's the fastest moving. Okay, and he's after the truth at no cost. All right, he means no harm when he speaks. I know the Swords characters got a lot of bad rep. I personally enjoy the Swords energy, the air sign energy. They're witty, they're intelligent. So it's like you with the Page of Pentacles, there's some sort of new thing that you got to go out and get the information on. Maybe you're going to start gardening. It's a new hobby of yours. So you got to go out there and get the information about it. You just ask the gardeners when you're getting certain plants, where's the best area to plant it? How much sunlight does it need? What kind of nutrition it needs? This could be even for yourself. Okay, going out there, getting the information. But it is small, everyday, practical things that need to change. And it's saying with the Hermit energy, you have the wisdom here. The Hermit is Virgo. Okay, that's an inner knowing. They're highly sensitive to energy. Again, your gut instinct is applying here. Okay, so if you get some sort of communication that's off, trust your gut feeling. If you are going to the gym and you're trying to get healthy and you get a personal trainer and you don't feel comfortable with that personal trainer, and well, that's your gut instinct. Okay, trust that. Okay, but this guy goes after the truth. Don't be afraid to go out there and find the information that you need, and don't be embarrassed by it. All right, so it's like health is strongly important for you. Okay, with your family here, your family is really important to you. It's like there's something here about having to involve other people in whatever it is you're building. It's saying that you have wisdom here to build the firm foundation that you need. You just need to be aligned. Okay, also, like, I'm seeing a fireman. I don't know why I got, like, fireman. So it's like fear. Like, you need to go directly after your fears, okay, you guys? Because your fear is nothing more than an illusion. Okay, the devil traps you in the mind, and fear is mental. It's in your mind. Once you go after your fear, okay, then you realize that it was nothing more than an illusion that you built up in your mind, okay? You may have a child that's like into music and dancing. That could be really good for you guys if you're looking for something fun to do. It's dancing. You're going to be invited out a lot. It's going to be a very action-oriented month for you, and the word partnerships is coming through, okay? And that doesn't mean romantic. You may have to work on your romantic relationship. With the Page of Pentacles, it would be practical things. With the Page energy, it's like the child energy, okay? It's like the sentimental things, the little things that count. Okay, making their coffee in the morning, bringing it to them in bed. Again, it's like doing something for them if they've overexerted too much energy to allow them to get rest. Okay, the Knight of Swords, the one of the negative signs of him is he can be quite selfish. Like, put his needs before others. It's talking about putting others' needs first. Or it could be vice versa. You've been doing that too long and it's affected you. Okay, so you need to be a little selfish. But communication is important here. You want to watch that with your family members. Okay? Like, and I feel like for you girls or even you young guys, your father has some sort of importance. It's like if you haven't seen your dad or in a while, even your mom, it's talking about taking them out for dinner or a day out just to walk around in a garden, or taking them to the beach, having a picnic, that type of thing. It's like bringing the bond together with those that you feel in family. Can be whoever is important in your life, right? It doesn't have to be just blood related. It's those that you have that connection with and that bond. Okay. At work, it's saying that you have the wisdom and the inner knowing. And bedtime might be, I don't know why I got the word bedtime. Maybe you have a child that has a hard time going to bed, or maybe you're having sleeping issues. If you're having sleeping issues, it's because you're overthinking things. All right? And the cards are saying, well, there's enough thinking, it's action. You need to do and not think. Partnerships are important to you. So this means like people coming into your life. I don't know if I flew off topic there. But partnerships are important to you. That could be like you're forming new partnerships and they could be coming quickly into your life, because I'm seeing a fast car moving. It's red. I'm seeing flowers too, and blue and orange, blue and red. So I don't know if any of those things have meaning to you guys. But it's time. I'm getting time. I'm seeing a clock. It's time for something to change. Okay, this could even be like, okay, well, if I seen a fireman experience a lot of traumatic things. Okay, like, so it's like going to see somebody to talk about those things, because those things could be keeping you up at night. All right. If you have a project, it's taking action on it, but not too quick of an action. With the Hermit here, there's wisdom, so you want to pause before you take those steps. But your father can have some importance to you guys. Your children, spending more quality time with them, those things matter. Okay, it's the little things that matter. All right, you guys, hopefully this helped you out. Namaste, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.